Hi, my name is Ashley Cosme, and I teach biomedical science at Crown Point High School in Crown Point, Indiana. My students spend almost 9 weeks of the year learning about the human heart. They learn the structure and function of the heart, the path flow of blood through the heart, causes and symptoms of heart disease, and interventions like lifestyle changes and surgical procedures to help heart disease. The objectives for this activity are that students will become aware that the #1 cause of death in the entire world is cardiovascular disease. They will recognize that diet plays a huge role in heart health. They will analyze risk factors associated with heart disease, and they will become an advocate to promote a heart-healthy lifestyle. Okay, so the video that you just watched, what did you learn is the #1 killer in the world?
Heart disease.
Heart disease. So for today's activity, I've created 2 different cards for 9 countries. You're going to get one card that is the diet for that country, the caloric intake per person on average, and then a health heart statistic with the cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and hypertension, and where that ranks for that country worldwide. So for the first card, I used a resource from the National Geographic website called What the World Eats, and it gives the caloric intake and how the diet for that country has changed over the last 50 years. So we're going to go around. You're going to let the class know how many calories your country consumes per person on average daily, and then read a little bit about how the diet has changed over the last 50 years, and then you're going to have a chance to take a guess at what country you think it is. If someone misplaces the card, when it's your turn to place your card, you can move their card if you think their card goes with another country. So we are going to start right here and go around the room. Make sure you speak loudly. So what country do you think it is?
Brazil.
Put it in. So you can see there is only one country out there where the average person eats under 2,000 calories a day. Now in America, whenever they do food labels, they say this is based off a 2,000 calorie per day diet. There's only one country out of the 9, and that's Somalia. They eat 1,600 calories. Everyone else besides Vietnam is over 3,000. Now for these, we're not going to go around the room. I just want you to talk with your group. And when you think you know what country it is, go ahead and place it by that country. I will turn the cards upside down if they are incorrectly placed. So why was that so difficult? When you guys went around the first time with the diets, you did a great job. You got them all correct the first time around. Why was doing the heart health statistics so hard to match up with the country? What is the #1 and #2 cause of death in every one of these countries except for Somalia?
Is it #1 heart disease?
Heart disease or
Stroke.
Stroke. So now that you're aware of that, how can you self-advocate for yourself?
Well, you could exercise more and eat a healthier diet.
Okay, so eat a healthier diet. How else can we be responsible citizens? What do we have coming up next Thursday?
Health fair.
The health fair. So how can you be a responsible citizen at the health fair?
Maybe to educate your peers on what's actually going on.
Exactly. And Catherine and Julia will be running a blood pressure station. So anyone that does attend the health fair, they'll be there to take automatic blood pressure and help educate people how they can keep a healthy blood pressure. Also, what can you do by showing up? Can you maybe bring someone with you? Yeah, by bringing someone with you to the health fair so they can experience the blood pressure station and other educational booths, that is you being a responsible citizen and helping possibly decrease or maybe even saving a life. Someone may see that they do have high blood pressure and then go to the doctor. That could save their life. Now that my students have learned that the #1 cause of death in the entire world is cardiovascular disease, they learned about risk factors, how to possibly change their own lifestyle, and surgical procedures like bypass, stent insertion, and angioplasty. We have partnered with the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago, Illinois, and we are going to be viewing a live open heart surgery. The surgery is going to take place at Christ Advocate Medical Center in Oak Lawn, Illinois. Students all have received an interactive journal from the Museum of Science and Industry so they can follow along as the surgery is going on. One of the main things that is amazing about this journal is it goes through all the careers that are involved in making the operation possible. So they will learn all about what the scrub nurse does, what the circulation nurse does, what the anesthesiologist does, the cardiovascular surgeon, and as they're learning about the different careers, they're able to converse with the personnel that is operating on the patient.